Newdigate's first team were back in action over the bank holiday weekend, having had a week's break following Leatherhead not being able to put out a team in week 2. Some overnight rain and humid conditions meant that Alan Cooper could take full advantage with an excellent display of miserly swing bowling, going for just 13 runs from his 9 overs and picking up 2 wickets. The first, Holger Grease, who is caught nicely by Jagadish. Henry Lucas was next to strike shortly afterwards, bowling Alex Howard, before Coops was to pick up his second wicket of the afternoon. Rodrigo Chanaka, if I pronounce that right, caught at gully by Ryan Anderson.
Michael Hodgson and Jack Smith dug in and capitalised on a couple of caught behinds going in their favour, and their 98-run partnership put the visitors right back in the game.
That was eventually to be broken by Danny Clark, bowling Hodgson for 50, which opened up an end for Newdigate to work with. Danny then picked up the next 2 wickets. Flower out with an excellent catch from Henry Lucas, and Mataze being clean bowled. Then Jags was to pick up 2 wickets of his own, both caught in very similar fashion by Ryan Anderson. Barber for a duck. And Bursey for just 6 runs. Danny was to eventually pick up his 4th wicket, finally getting Smith for a very well made 63. The penultimate ball of the innings seemed to be a critical one, as it was pumped out of the ground for 6 runs. And the innings was to come to a close with Chistead, Coulsdon and Walcountians finishing with 175 on the board. Newdigate's innings started in inevitable style, with Cian Bradley whipping the ball through square leg and through the covers for 4. But with 20 on the board, Dan Jones was the first to go, bowled by Williams. Richard Calcutt arrived at the crease and immediately started to pepper the cover boundary, which he continued throughout his innings. But a mistimed flick brought Cian's innings to a close with a score on 31. Ryan Anderson didn't mess around, striking his first delivery through square leg for 4 runs, whilst Dick continued to score his boundaries through the offside. A 50 partnership was to form, with boundaries flowing from both ends. Before Ryan was out with a superb catch from Barber, diving full length to dismiss him for 46 runs. And in the next over, Dick was to fall to his favoured drive, hitting a full toss to short cover. On debut, Manny Shanmugam was adjudged LBW for 1, which brought the away team right back into the game, 3 wickets falling for just 2 runs. Sandy started dragging the total back before he was to fall also to a full toss for 10. Then Danny Clark came to the crease and showed the advantages of keeping the ball on the deck with a lovely drive. Before Jags and Henry Lucas were both to fall to Mataze, who picked up his 5 for both bowled. Alan Cooper started his own innings with a delightful late cut through backward point. However, a leading edge ended his innings, Newdigate still needing 26. Injured during the game, Dave Arnold hobbled to the crease, and he did all he could with limited mobility to make an enthralling finish. But with 5 required, he gave up a little underedge to the keeper. Chistead, Coulsdon and Walcountians winning by 5. Great game of cricket, and Newdigate now look forward to meeting South Nutfield home and away this weekend.